Live. I think we're live. Beautiful bougainvillea. Can't beat this. The beautiful color. Love it. So the only game in town is presence, staying present inside ourselves and outside ourselves, in our skin. Our skin, our aura. Our skin connects to the whole galaxy, to the whole universe. We are a sun. And then the world of the upside down rainbow, like my friend Corey was telling me yesterday, the aura, or rather the chakras, are the upside down rainbow. So like the Buddha says, we're incarnated here upside down. There is no awakening without the horrible separation illusion. So all things work for you if you're tapped into it. All things work in my favor. And all things work against you if you're caught up in it. Like today, Joy is getting rid of a bunch of stuff. I sold my house, moved to her house. This is mostly her stuff. So she's dealing with all that. So people are coming over and buying bricks and stuff like that. So in the midst of this chaos, the only game in town is to be in the midst of it. So that's what's going on here this morning. The midst of it. The dogs, as you see behind me, loading of the bricks. And the dogs were out this morning. You know, I had them out, of course. And Gabby immediately finds some cat shit to roll in. So she's got cat shit on the edge of her collar. And so washing that off. So the only game in town is the chaos. This chaos, the joy chaos, my internal chaos, dealing with it. And while all this goes on, and you can be in the world and not of it. So that becomes the only game. Shit, civilizational shit, unconscious people, or people like most of us caught up in we have to rush somewhere and get something done. And that never stops. Not in this world. That's why a master like Jesus will say, my kingdom is not of this world, or be in the world but not of it. And so one of the mistakes I made, or mistakes, is like my friend Keith and I talk about it, like, it's like you're making a movie. Oh, you did a take, but it's not good enough, so it's a mistake. So you redo it. It's all mistakes. It's all neurotic craziness in this world. It's completely nuts. Because it's separated, it's not in the presence. So these guys loading bricks, my dog rolling in cat shit, all the drama, trauma, and karma. Or people think they're having fun with it, you know, but it's mostly a distraction. And so it's very, very clear for me to see the distraction. Our minds create the distraction. So the only game in town is, are you a little bit noticing the inside? And you actually will be invisible to people. Like I was just invisible to those guys. They're loading bricks. Joy's dealing with them. And you literally become invisible to them. If you are connecting to Source, to the right side up rainbow, to the chakras aligned, to the inner presence, and the rest goes on about you, the bizarre. The bazaar is the marketplace, all the trading and craziness in Marrakesh, shouting and camels shitting and people dying and people haggling over money. The bizarre, the outer world. So it doesn't stop. It will never stop until it does. Until enough people are collectively awake, and then it will stop. But in the meantime, instead of the kind of time, it's the meantime, it's there to wake us up. The whole 3D, the whole fallen inverted chakra, inverted rainbow is there to wake you up. And the only game in town is to take a full conscious breath and reconnect. And wake up. That's it. And the rest of the insanity will continue. No matter how nice you make your neighborhood, and it doesn't matter where you are, at the 7-Eleven. I mean, it's harder in the crazy cities. It is better now in this latest scamdemic, pandemic, plandemic, scamdemic, totally mind control. I don't know if you noticed recently with the WHO, the World Health Organization, they recently totally flip-flopped on that lockdowns are good. That was 3 months, 4 months, 5 months ago. To now, lockdowns are terrible because they create problems for everybody. Typical PSYOP mind control that the military teaches, whether it's at the Guantanamo, thanks for the contribution, whether it's at Guantanamo Bay, where you psychologically torture people by going, do it this way. And then 2 days later you go, you're doing it wrong, do it this way. Oldest trick in the book. You completely create fear with polarities. So the World Health Organization is doing that globally. Lockdowns are necessary and helpful. Lockdowns are horrible. They are gaslighting governments. You know what I mean? It's amazing. But so that's where we're at in order to teach us to get away from authority. Get away from authority. The only authority there is the inner authority. Get away from the craziness. My partner Joy is freaked out this morning, or because of this selling stuff, and because I can't and don't participate in it that much because of my current physical condition. I'm going to dialysis actually for my kidneys, which is part of my wake up to withdraw me from being part of, being not in this world, be of the world but not, be in the world but not of it. So everyone around you will be losing their heads. The way the Bible says it is 1,000 will fall to your left and 10,000 will fall to your right. As the maelstrom vortex of the absolute craziness of the scamdemic, plandemic starts, it's going to separate the wheat from the chaff. People that go, okay, this is bullshit. I'm going to go more and more inward and get more and more connected. And others will go down with the ship. They'll go down with the ship. And they should. They should. When Mother Earth cleans up, she's the trump card. So the only game in town is, are you outer fascinated, mesmerized, fixated, or are you inner authority directed? Are you outer authority fascinated, fastened? Are you manifest, fastened in mankind into the outer drama, thinking it's somehow going to somehow, sometime save you? Or are you hooking up with these guys? Are you breathing in, sensing in, rooting yourself with inner authority? That's the only game in town. Only game in town. So that doesn't mean you don't participate. I do. You know, I do things. And then I will accept and sit with Joy and let her panic and go into her mindfuckery and distraction. But no one can stop me from being inner connected. Come union. Come the oneness. I was going to demonstrate it for you by actually talking to Joy and the guys loading the bricks on camera to feel the difference. And it's not judgment. It's just in the world but not of it. It's beautiful, really. And on the spiritual path at first, you'll start knowing, noticing, K-N-O-W, noticing, oh, I'm connected, I'm not connected. I'm connected, I'm not connected. And so that becomes the only game in town and the only thing to do, because everything is taken care of. Now, Joy is in a phase of, I have to do it the old way to get this shit done. And when we believe that and we're conditioned to do it for 30,000 lifetimes, that is the reality. And when you try to talk people out of that, it doesn't work at all. It just irritates them. It's that thing trying to teach pigs to sing. It only irritates the pigs, or it irritates you and annoys the hell out of the pigs, you know? So I'm going to try this one more time. Yeah. So, much love, you guys. We're going to end this. Hey, guys.
Yes.
Everything go good?
They're not
Yes.
good.
Oh, good. Haul it all away.
Oh, no, I wish I could. She would have told me you had to red one. I would have brought my other truck.
What's that?
Well, if she would have told you had to red one, she's getting rid of it, I would have brought my other truck.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it looks like you got a good dent
I
going.
got all the ones out of here.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, you say you had some more red ones?
Good stuff.
Well, no, I've got all that big.
See you
pile
guys
right
later.
there.
I'll talk to you in a minute. Bye.
No, just those red.
So there's an example of it. You totally interact normally with everyone's nice people. But if I sat down with them and said, let's take a moment and breathe Brahman, they go, you fucking weirdo. Right? So you are in the world, but not of it. You sense your inner, and then beautifully, they will be really comfortable with you. And if you learn a little bit of it, just, it's the non-judgment. One of the tricks on one of the traps, I'm having my breathing a little bit here, but on the spiritual path, is that we separate ourselves. That's why with masters, they're really comfortable. Like I'm really comfortable. I'm going to the Mayo Clinic for some clinical trials and things. It's about my kidneys, and it's my journey to wake myself back up to whole nother levels. So back to the connected ones. These are the connected ones. Now, if I do this in front of those guys, they may or may not be nature spirits and go, oh, that's really beautiful. My grandmother, in the garden, whatever, some story will come up. Or they'll get really uncomfortable. So the only game in town is, am I caught up in the world, or I'm in the world but not of the world. That's it. Much love. By the way, wow, look at that. That's druggy. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. It's hard to capture, like what I'm really actually seeing, of course. It's beautiful on camera. And our mandarin tree is hoping against hope, springing eternal, creating new babies. Where are the babies? Oh, maybe there was just one left over. Anyway, here we are. Here's a whole cluster. Spring hopes eternal. Hope springs eternal. Much love. TobiasLars.com. I am doing the webcasts on Sundays at 10:30 California time, 11:30 rather. And you can listen live and you can listen to the recording. And I recommend the Inner Body Awakening if you haven't gotten started on the processes yet, innerbodyawakening.com. And you can find my book, Listing to the Sun, on Amazon. That's really starting to sell again. People are getting a lot out of it. Much love. I'm gonna go eat something.